What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another, I guess, bushcraft video. But today's video isn't going to be about building this shelter. I've already made a video on that and it's on my channel. If you want to go see it, I can link it in the description below if you want to see it. But haven't been here in a while, need to clean it up a little bit, and wanted to kind of teach a little survival lesson on fire. Like a way to make a fire without anybody noticing it, unless they get really close. Anyway, the style of fire we're going to make is a Dakota fire hole. Now, it's pretty easy to make this. I mean, you can make it with this stick right here, digging down to make a hole. But I want to make this project about 30 minutes faster. Which is why today I have a shovel. I couldn't find my collapsible shovel. It's like a military style shovel. But this will work too. But alright, let's get to making this fire hole. Alright, to start making this fire hole, you're going to just start digging in the ground. Now, when you're making this hole, you want to make it at least about a foot to a foot and a half deep. And why is because the whole point of this fire is to keep it from being seen from far away. We want to be able to keep our flame in this hole, but still have a good enough fire to cook with and hopefully keep warm with. Another thing that I'm doing is while I'm digging this hole deeper and deeper, I'm actually bringing my shovel in and shoving into the hole at an angle so I can press it out and make it a little wider on the inside. Alright, I think I've got the hole just as deep as I want it to be. Get some of this dirt out of here. And there we go, we got our pretty deep hole. I mean, it probably don't look as deep to y'all as it is actually. Like I was saying, we got our hole digged out. I think it's going to be enough to make a fire and not the flames come out high. But now the second step to making this is to move over just a little bit and make another hole. Now to make that second hole, we're going to come over about a foot, maybe a half a foot, and we're going to start digging a hole here. Now the whole point about this second hole is that nothing is going to go in this hole, but eventually we will connect this hole and our main fire hole. Because since the fire is underground, it's not going to get good airflow and keep a good flame going. So we're digging this second hole so that we can make a little tunnel underneath, so that air would have a way to get to the fire. Now this hole doesn't have to be as big, but you want to try to get it as deep at least. Now the size of the tunnel that goes to the other hole doesn't have to be really wide, or doesn't even really have to be that big, as long as there could be good airflow coming through it. There we go. Now we're going to use a stick to plunge the hole out and try to get the dirt out of this little tunnel we've just made. Start in this hole, run it through, and come back out this hole. So now we have a pretty good hole where air can come through. Now that we've made our two holes, our fire hole and our air hole, we're going to start with a little bit of kindling, which I'm lucky enough to have a lot of like these pine needles laying around, and we'll start with that. Alright, so we got a little bit of kindling. We're going to put that in our fire. Then we're going to be breaking up some thin, dead limbs, really small. Just like that, pretty small ones. We're gonna set them right on top of that kindling. Now I've got some matches on me. We're just gonna start with one, see if we can light it. Those pine needles work really well to try to get a fire going. Very easy when dry. You can see from about 50 feet away from the shelter that you can't see the fire. You can see a little bit of the smoke, but that's it. Imagine if it was dark outside. It has completely died out. There's still a little bit of smoldering happening right there. But all you gotta do when you're done with this fire is set some dirt on it. You don't have to fill up the hole. Oh, let's get these pine needles out and the leaves. Boom, there we go. Now that fire should be extinguished and we should be all right. Hopefully later on this fall, I'm actually going to do a catch and cook here at the Bushcraft shelter. And I think I want to use that method of fire to do the catch and cook with. Now, if y'all want to see that, like this video or let me know down in the comments. Hope you learned a little new fire technique today. And I will see y'all in the next one.